Hello everyone, and welcome to the reading of the week for July 2nd to July 9th, 2021. Your Tarot with Titania reading of the week. Let's take 3 deep breaths and pull ourselves into the present moment. Pulling ourselves into our now moment, just grounding into the present. See a tree root coming down from the base of your spine deep into Mother Earth, grounding you in the now, and becoming a conduit through which anything that no longer serves you can easily and effortlessly pass down into Mother Earth to become compost for new growth. Creator, this is your daughter Titania, and I am about to do a reading for a collective highest and greatest benefit. My intention is to be a clear channel for the information that we most need to receive right now, and to provide that in a manner that is easily and effortlessly heard, understood, and integrated for our highest and greatest well-being, and the well-being of anyone whose life we touch. I call upon my higher self and the higher selves of all those listening now and in the future, and ensure that this reading happens in the highest and best way possible in the time that I have, so that we can cover all that is in our collective heart and mind for our highest and greatest good. I'd like to invite the 4 archangels to come and hold the 4 directions around us, creating a sacred container of light, of love, of clarity, of wisdom, of healing, transformation, of support. I invite Raphael to hold the east, Michael to hold the south, Gabriel to hold the west, and Uriel to hold the north. Thank you for being here with us now. We create a sacred container of clarity, of wisdom, of discernment, of empowerment, of transformation, of healing, of anything that is in our highest and best of our collective heart and mind. And anything that doesn't match these frequencies is welcome to go now. Okay. I hope you all have had a beautiful week. You've survived the hot temperatures if you're on the West Coast and other parts of Canada and North America. Crazy weather. All right, Creator, what do we need to know for our collective highest and greatest good and the highest and greatest good of this planet, our home, and each other? For this coming week. Okay, let's go. First card, recent past, the influence is waning. It's the card of generosity. This energy of flowing, of being with the flow of energy rather than against it. This is this lovely, again, it's this flow energy. That's the name that keeps coming with this energy of generosity. So in the recent past, this influence continues into the present, into the future, but it's this tapping into the collective, generous spirit of nature, the universe, of our collective consciousness, but it's this energy of generosity, of largesse, of magnificence, of knowing that we are channels for a boundless source that has no limits to it. Of course, as humans, we have to set what is appropriate for us in our small human forms because, we'll get tired. And that's okay. But it's tapping into the qualities of this energy, understanding that we are so much more than our limited human form. And yes, we are channels for this life and this love and this beauty, and allowing ourselves to be that to the best of our abilities. That's what this card represents, is tapping into that field of energy, that generosity. The present card, we have the Prince of Wands, which is situations or energy changing on the level of creativity, imagination, the generative quality of our lives, of our experience of who we are. So this energy is in our present environment. It's this changing energy on the level of creativity, inspiration, passion. So from this spirit and this clearing and this channel of energy, this generous spirit of nature, of the universe, of God, whatever you want to call it, there's this sort of endless bounty that's continually flowing through us. And we can turn down the dial on that, or we can turn it up. We're learning how to turn it up collectively. It starts with each of us getting comfortable with it, but as each of us becomes more familiar and better at doing this, collectively we start to flow energy better as a species, as our collective consciousness of humanity. And so what that will mean is that we start to change. We we change our generative output, we change our interaction, and it flows through our expression, our capacity to express ourselves in the world, to take that fire energy that's within us and channel it out into the world, that enthusiasm, that inspiration, to give it a voice, to give it a channel into the world. So this generosity, this spirit of life flowing out into us, through us, into the world, and changing, and that creating a dynamism of energy, which is really important right now for us. So don't be surprised if you find yourself called to, maybe switch it up a little bit in terms of what you're wanting to create. You might feel pulled to a different medium or a different style of music or a different body of tools or skills, something to enhance, to expand what you're generating and pulling into the world. You might be inspired to try something new and seeing how that could help you to clarify your channel, because we're all channels. We just have different mediums and ways that we express it in the world. Near future card. Ooh, I like this one. The Chariot. So yeah, this is like movement and change on the level of creativity, inspiration, and passion. This is a major arcana, the Chariot, and it's all about fast forward movement, about us moving in new ways, changing home, changing job, changing the location on the planet, but this energy of fast forward momentum, of things harnessing our will and going for it, moving in a new direction in a good way. You see the butterfly here. So it's the butterfly's emerged from the cocoon and is having a whole new expression. So this is this energy of learning to flow more life, changing how we're doing that in the world, and it creating this fast forward momentum on the collective scale for our collective good. And this is the sense that I've been having now for a long time, is that we have phenomenal solutions in our collective human field, so to speak. We are incredible channels for all of the solutions to all of the problems that we face. And as we each learn to tap into our unique expression of that and learn to give it appropriate voice, we can quickly change the challenges that we face on the planet. Things can shift very, very quickly. So look for that, see evidence of that. As I said, there's so many different ways that we can solve the problems that we face. And this energy, this major arcana is indicating it's part of our collective soul growth, is this fast forward momentum, changing life as we know it on the planet in good ways for the highest and greatest good, because we are clearer channels for the light of the goodness. And we're expressing it in better ways. And as a result, we can create this transformation on the planet. Very good. Foundation card is opportunity. This is the Three of Wands. Bit of glare here today, I'm sorry. So the Three of Wands, the foundation card is why we're having the reading today. We have an opening here. We have a possibility space collectively as humanity to create solutions, to be vessels for our enthusiasm, to be channels for our enthusiasm, for what fires us when it sparks us. And as a result of honoring that and going with that, we're pulling through the opportunities to solve everything that's before us. Each of us has a reason for being here on the planet. Each of us has a unique perspective that we're bringing to the collective. And this is creating this opportunity space for this change, for this transformation. So whatever it is that you're into, you striving to be the best and clearest channel for the enthusiasm that exists within you, your excitement about life, your inspiration about life, your yes to life, whatever that is, honoring that and giving that expression, finding ways to bring it out into the world, is moving us forward. That's creating opportunities for us to move forward in the world. These are very, very good cards. Again, it comes back to us. Each of us as an individual, we each have to take responsibility for who we are. Take responsibility for our choices. Where are we giving our attention to? What are we giving our focus to? Are we focused on what isn't working, or are we giving our energy to what inspires us, what excites us, how we want it to be, and going in that direction, not diminishing, not dialing it back and saying, well, that's good enough. No. What would you do? How would it be if you could turn that knob all the way up to how you want it to be? And looking to express that to the best of your ability, given your current circumstances, but to give as much energy as possible to your best expression of you and your highest enthusiasm. So this is great. These are really good cards this week. You know, just reminding us of the power that we hold as embodied humans, the broader, wiser energy that we hold. We're not conscious of it all the time, but we're getting better about it. This is what this is about. As human beings, we're on a threshold of understanding that we are so much bigger than just the three-dimensional flesh body, flesh suit, so to speak. We're so much more than this. And it's not just the mind, it's the heart, it's the field that we create, it's our spirit. We're not just meat suits, we're so much more than this. And as we realize this and tap into it and grow in confidence and understanding, we can create radical and deep transformation collectively for the highest and greatest good, because ultimately that is what life is pulling us towards. Life is calling to more life. So as you look around you, keep focusing on that inspiring thing. But it's always helpful when you look at life and you look at circumstances around you, you just ask yourself, is that calling more life from me? And if it isn't, then maybe that's not where you need to be giving your attention. Maybe it's time to just reorient towards what does give you more life, what does give you more energy, what does inspire you. Maybe take a holiday from those things that don't. I don't know. You're the wise one who lives in your life and makes your choices. You get to make the call. You know what's best for you. So always listen to that wisdom within you to the best of your ability. So I'm going to just pull these. I think these are amazing cards. And what I'd love to do is just pull the card to grow on for this week. But I hope everyone will learn to just settle into that generosity of spirit. Life is so generous. And we can be generous with the life force that comes through us and find new ways to express it so we can have this fast forward momentum for the highest and greatest good of ourselves, the planet, all life here on this planet, and create wonderful opportunities for new growth, new life, new generative force to come and help with the transformation. Really, really good cards. Boy, oh boy, it's exciting. Okay, so let's just, what is our card to grow on for this week? How do we encapsulate and summarize everything and give our focus to that which will serve our highest and greatest good? What is it that we need to take away from this reading today? The cards are flying out. That was the death card. We'll see if it turns up again. And one more time. Our card to grow on for the week ahead. The Princess of Pentacles. There she is. Let me get some focus here happening. Hello. So the Princess of Pentacles is new beginnings on the level of the material, on the earth element. So Pentacles is earth energy. It's the stuff of life. It's the material realm. It's the things that surround us, provide us with comfort. It's what our human life is based on. And it's also that perceived limitation of what it means to be human, is that all there is what you can sense with your five senses and the limitations of the human form. So apart from that, the energy of the princess it's like, in other decks, it would be the page. And the page is like a baby. It's a new start. It's a fresh beginning. It's this new not initiation, but this new start on the level of the material realm. So it could be a new business, it could be a new home, it could be a new venture, it could be a new material experience, but it's this idea of newness. And with that, you know, the change can be a little bit uncomfortable, but also appreciation for what that newness brings, the new perspective, the new enthusiasm and excitement. So this week, this card to grow on is calling us to this energy of the Princess of Pentacles, this new beginning on the material realm. What does that feel like to us? And how is that expressing in our lives? How are we expressing that in our experience? How are we creating new beginnings on the material level? How are we being a clearing for the energy of the universe in our world? How are we doing that? And looking for ways to be more expressed, to be this channel for this lovely energy, so that we can change the world and have the beautiful world that we all know is possible in our hearts. Why we're here on this planet, why we're called to it, and why we get so inspired by some things and so dismayed by others. Because some things are so on target and so indicative of the world that we know is possible in our hearts. And so many things are counter to that. They're counter to that energy of life. They're counter to the possibility space that we incarnated to come and experience and help move along. So this week, look for your new venue. Look for this new energy. Be in appreciation of the new. Part of it too is just being, savoring where you are. In the last reading, we talked about the energy of summer and stopping to smell the roses and enjoying a good meal with people close to you, savoring all the beauty of the summer season here in the Northern Hemisphere, like really giving ourselves permission to just take our shoes off and walk on the grass, wade in some water, just be in your body, savoring what it means to be embodied and giving that a lot of energy and appreciation, because that good experience is also healing and informative and generative for our experience here on the planet. So this is our card to grow on for this week. I hope this reading has been supportive of your highest and best unfolding. Creator, this is your daughter Titania. I want to thank you for this opportunity to do this reading for our collective highest and greatest good. I ask that you be with us. Help us always to keep that channel of life's generosity open in our heart, and help us to channel that and funnel that out through our unique expression, our unique abilities, perspectives, who we are, our uniqueness. Help us to funnel that life force, that yes to life, through our bodies out into the world for the highest and greatest good of everyone, including ourselves. And help us to be part of this beautiful change that is possible, that our hearts are calling us towards, that we know that we incarnated to be part of. Help us to say yes to this and to move always in that highest direction. This week, guide us in enjoying and appreciating our humanness, this beautiful season, and what it means to be alive in these beautiful human forms. We're here to savor the three-dimensional existence and all beyond the three-dimensional. But it starts with just enjoying being in our body, in our here and now. So help us to do that. Give us lots of opportunities and help us to notice all the good so that we can pull into the now moment and savor it. The reading is at an end. I want to thank all those who helped to hold the space this week. Such a good reading, such a positive message. If you feel inspired, please like and subscribe. And please share this video with others so that they can have the benefit of these messages as well, so that collectively we can understand ourselves better and move towards more light and expression and beauty on this planet. I'm also available for readings online over Zoom. The information is underneath the in the text underneath the video. So the link is there if you want to book a reading with me. And there's more information about what that looks like. Much love and light to each and every one of you. Have a beautiful week, and I will see you next Friday. Take care.